Someone sent me an interesting query, and it was, who do I think is the worst English monarch? And I hear you shiver with anticipation for me to say Henry VIII, but I'm not gonna. If we're being completely objective, Henry VIII was kind of a C average. Was he a good person? No. No English king was a good person. He also didn't really do that much king-ing. He was a hands-off monarch. He left most of the running of his kingdom to other men. If not Henry, who? John? John was more just massively incompetent. He also inherited a kingdom that was bankrupt. But if you want to talk a little tyrant who didn't even have the power to back up their own tyranny, there is a special spot reserved for Richard II. Richard II was the grandson of Edward III by Edward the Black Prince, the king who never was. He's made king at a very young age. Now this is a very violent time. It's a time of war, the 100 Years' War, and kings are sort of expected to lead by example. Now Richard does this once. There is a peasants' revolt, and he rides out before it, just him, and he goes, "Why would you betray me? I'm your liege lord and king by divine right." They go, "Oh yeah, no, we're sorry. Our fight's not with you, it's with your counselors." But Richard goes, "Oh my god, that worked! Which means God's on my side, which means I can do whatever the hell I like." The first thing he does, well, all these promises he's put in writing for this angry mob, he's torn that up, that's gone. But Richard's also a man of extravagant taste. So the money that he could have used to help out the peasants, he throws extravagant parties and all the like. He's got the new fashion every other week. Richard has his favorites, just like Edward II. He loves his little clique of his friends, gives them titles and lands, so on and so forth. There's then a disastrous campaign in France, which, very much humbles Richard, but does he learn from this? No. That would require Richard to be self-aware. It gets to the point that his lords, who are mostly his uncles, go, "Boy, you are committing every mistake a king can make, and you need to stop right now." To which Richard replies with, "Screw you, I can just get the French to come over and kick your ass." To which the lords are like, "Okay, so we'll depose you." Richard's just like, "Oh, whoa, if you let me finish. Kick your asses into those seats so we can talk politics." Point is, he gets humbled, but Richard's the type that really holds onto a grudge. And years later, when he feels powerful enough, these same lords he either executes or exiles. One of these lords was his cousin, Henry Bolingbroke, the son of his most powerful vassal, John of Gaunt. And while Henry's away in France, John dies and Richard seizes Henry's inheritance. That inheritance was substantial. It's seen as an egregious overreach of power. It is Richard's undoing, because that one move was the spark that ignited the inferno that was the rebellion that deposed him. It is Richard being deposed by his cousin Henry Bolingbroke which would set the stage for the later Wars of the Roses.